April 4th board meeting to order. Please rise. We'll have a prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, as we come to a close of yet another year, watch over our students, guide them in their competitions, their decisions, and keep them safe throughout the summer. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we take roll call, I just wanted to announce that prior to this meeting, the board met in an executive session regarding personnel. Senate, roll call please.
Mr. Olsmer,
Here.
Mr. Gershi,
Here.
Mr. Gaudenzi,
Here.
Mr. Enslin,
Here.
Mrs. Fiorella,
Here.
Mr. Gaudenzi,
Present.
Mr. Hope,
Here.
Mr. McDonough,
Excused.
Mr. Schaefer,
Here.
Mr. Adams,
Here.
Dr. Barrett,
Here.
Ms. Emmett is here, Mr. Blaum,
Here.
Mrs. Donahue,
Here.
Ms. Goliski,
Here.
Mrs. Miller, here, Mr. Gogorski,
Here.
Ms. Watson, here, Mrs. La Rosa,
Here.
Mrs. Price,
Here.
Mrs. Gregory,
Here.
Mrs. Liptak, here, Mr. Seaman.
Here.
Mr. President, you have 8 board members present.
Thank you. Do I have a motion for item number 5, approval of minutes, please?
I move that we approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on March 7th, 2016.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor say yes.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Any abstaining? The vote carries. Motion carries, excuse me. Do I have a motion for item number 6, the treasurer's report, please?
Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report for the general account and food service.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, say yea. Those
Aye.
opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
What are you doing today, Bonnie?
I'm keeping you on your toes. All right, we'll go from aye. for now.
Okay, thanks.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
I'm sorry, for the record. Mr. Gaudenzi? No. Mr. Schaefer? Okay. Are there any abstaining? Motion carries on a vote of 6 to 2. Do I have a motion for item number 7, please?
Make a
Approval of
motion
bills.
to approve the bills from the general and food service account.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
Mr. Gaudenzi, Mr. Schaefer, okay. Any abstaining? Motion carries on a vote 6 to 2. Mr. Blaum, students recognition?
Yes, thank you. We have 3 outstanding seniors with us here tonight. First one I'd like to introduce is Sarah Berger. Sarah is the daughter of Arnold and Yvonne Berger of Lake Ariel. Sarah?
Good evening. My name is Sarah Berger. I have attended Western Wayne my whole entire life since kindergarten. And first I would like to thank you for all the opportunities that I've been given throughout high school. It's been an awesome experience and I'm definitely going to look back and miss these years. I also want to thank my parents and my sister for always being there for me and pushing me to be my personal best at everything. And I would also like to thank 3 teachers in this room that really pushed me to be my best, and like I think I wouldn't be as successful as I am without them, and that is I would like to thank Mrs. Donahue, Ms. Goliski, and Mr. Collins. They definitely are a huge inspiration in my life. Okay, a few things that I've done over the past few years. I have participated in art class, which has gained me student Artist of the Month for the Scranton Times newspaper for October 2015. I also sing the national anthem at a lot of the sporting events that the school district has, basketball and volleyball most of the time. I also played varsity volleyball this year for the first time, and it was a really awesome experience. I wish I could come back and play more, but I can't because I'm graduating. Alright. I write songs. I'm huge within the marching band and the concert band. I love bands so much. Like, I don't know where I'd be without music. Music is huge. And I wrote a few, composed and written like lyrics and the music on piano and a few other instruments for the Veterans Day assemblies annually each year. For the past 3 years, I've performed on my own time in honor of the veterans. If anyone has heard about that before, that was awesome. And I wish I could come back to do that too. I'm gonna miss high school a lot. Even though I'm really involved in music and art, one thing that has changed me in this year is my love for accounting. And that's what I want to further my education in. I'm going to attend Kutztown University in the fall for a major in accounting. And Mr. Collins is a huge part of that. I loved his class, and I think it's definitely something that I want to continue my career in. And really, that's everything. Thank you.
Great job. And if we can have your parents and family, please stand and be recognized. Next, we have Hasky Fleming. Hasky is the son of Scott and Kim Fleming of Sterling.
Hello, thank you for letting me be here. My name is Hasky Fleming. I've gone to Western Wayne my whole life as well. It's been a great experience, and glad it was part of that. I've always tried to advance myself. Personally, most of my motivation has come from myself. I haven't been really grade motivated, or like I haven't had pressing parents or anything. It's just been from me. So throughout school, I've always done NHS, tried to do as much AP courses as I could. I've always been really interested in math and science, and that really pushed me. But as I got into those more, I needed English, and I ended up taking AP English. So I'll be taking 4 of the 5 AP tests that you guys are offering, so thank you for that. Also, I've done athletics, and that's been another huge part, and it's taught me tons about dedication, commitment, everything that I need to know inside life past high school. I've been doing track and cross country. I've been doing those for 4 years. Cross country, I went to states. It was an amazing achievement. Track this last year, I hope it goes well. If we have another great year like last year, that should be fun. My future plans after high school, I believe I'm not going to attend a university. I'm going to jump into the workforce. I have an internship pretty much lined up for NatureWorks in Mount Cobb, and we will look into aqua plant management. So I'm really excited to do that, pursue that. So thank you very much for all the opportunities.
Good job. And if we can have your family stand, please be recognized. And next we have Alex Long. Alex is the son of Brian and Isabel Long of Waymart.
Hello, everybody. Once again, like everyone else said, I'd like to thank the school members for letting me be here today. As you guys know, I'm Alex Long, and I've attended high school most of my career, except I spent 1 year as pre-kindergarten in Europe. But other than that, I've been here ever since then. Throughout my high school career, I haven't been pushed, but my parents definitely kept me on my toes throughout my schooling, throughout grades and throughout athletics. And I have a lot to owe athletic-wise throughout my coaches and my parents. Without them, I wouldn't have done anything I've done today. Schooling I mean, I've loved high school, I've loved middle school, and all school here has been awesome. I've done many sports here. I've done 1 year, at least 2 years of basketball, played football my freshman year, soccer all 3 years, well for 3 years, and then track obviously my whole high school career. I started earlier in middle school, thanks to my dad, who pushed me into that as a young age. Didn't want to do that at all. Actually hated the sport of track before I even thought about it, but they said, you know, can't be a bum during the spring, so I should probably go do something, and obviously that ended up working really well. Track definitely motivated me to do well in school, academic-wise. If it wasn't for track, I probably wouldn't have cared for grades that much, and as I started progressing at a younger age throughout high school, I realized talent that I've had throughout my track and field career, and that definitely pushed me to keep my grades at a standard so I know I could go to the next level to compete in track and field. As you guys might know, I've had a great track and field career here. I'm lost with words to thank all my coaches, especially Coach Collins over here. Without that guy, I wouldn't even be a quarter of what I am today. And I want to thank my parents too. They've done a huge part in raising me and making me the man I am today. For future plans, I am attending Duquesne University in the fall to compete in track. Major-wise, I am undecided, but I definitely am thinking about doing a graphic design type major. I'm not too sure what I want to do yet, but you know, it's the hardest question in my life, so we'll get there when I get there. And other than that, I just want to thank the school members here again for letting me be up here, my parents and my coaches. And thank you, everyone.
If we can have your family stand and be recognized, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blaum. Sarah, Haskell, and Alex. It's great to see you stand up here and kind of relive your experiences at Western Lane. I know a couple of your fathers and I share those experiences to some degree. We want to thank you for representing us, not only here, but in athletics and in the educational communities. We wish you the best success out there, whether you're going to school or pursuing work right out of high school. I congratulate you for all of those achievements, and best of luck. Thank you.
And now's the time, if you choose to go do homework, and have your family go with you, feel free, but if not, you're going to sit through the rest of the meeting. So, thanks again, everybody. Great job.
It's all my fault. Nice to see you.
All right, while they're leaving, item number 10 is the enrollment report. Oh, I'm sorry, not it. Item number 9. Is there anyone from the public that would like to address the board? Please stand and state your name.
My name is Victoria Barcarola. I would just like to thank you for the communication. Example this morning, cell phone went off, no 2-hour delay, shut everything off, went back to bed, it was beautiful. Bus number 57, can't get home, bam, right on the cell phone, love it. Thank you so much, especially for the buses that can't make it home. Thank you, whoever's responsible for that.
Things long and hard.
And I would like to make a report about a coach. I'd like to say that
Can
his
you hold on 1 second, please?
yes.
Personnel issues are not public to start. Have you spoken with the high school principal or not? I would suggest that you do that first, and then if you're not satisfied with the outcome of that, then come to me, and then after the personnel session to discuss it with the board. But we don't discuss personnel items, and especially when it's an involvement with the student at a public meeting. We don't want to embarrass you or any other students, and that's the proper protocol to go. So I would suggest reaching out to the principal first, and then if you're not satisfied with that, then come to me, and then the last step would be to the board,
Okay.
and then an executive session.
Thank you.
Okay? Great, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Hearing none. Item number 10 is the enrollment report. It's provided for your review. Since the last meeting, we are down one student. Do any board members have any questions? Hearing none, may I have a motion for item number 11, the real estate transfer tax collector?
I move that the Board of Education appoint the Wayne County Deputy Realty Tax Collector to serve the district as real estate transfer tax collector for the 2016-2017 school year.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Are there any abstaining? Motion carries unanimously. May I have a motion for item number 12, please, the performance contract agreement?
I recommend that the Board of Education enter into a performance contract agreement with CM3 Building Solutions Incorporated for a guaranteed energy savings performance contract as given to board members. The total cost should not exceed $9,998,500.
I'll second.
Who made the second?
Jeff, Mr. Gervolski.
Thank you.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I'd just like to make a comment on it. I'm very impressed with Mr. Adams' due diligence in this process. We're coming up with a plan that is going to help our facilities here at Western Wayne. Primarily, the biggest expense being, I want to say, close to a $3.5 million roof to be put on both of these buildings. Not this building, but the high school and middle school. That is in very, very dire need if those employees that work here, the students that go here, and the community that utilizes the buildings is going to need a fully functional operational system and a campus that serves the needs of the public. The guaranteed energy savings part of it is going to stop us, hopefully, and this is the thing we passed last month, where we will not be raising property taxes to pay for this, this project that we're going to be putting on here, or undertaking, excuse me. We will be paving the R.D. Wilson School in Waymart, which I run every single day. For those of you who don't hit me, I appreciate it. But it's in dire need. From the minute that you walk down the long sidewalk, and Mrs. Miller can attest to the poorest conditions of the parking lot, and it is terrible. This project, new lighting, putting in air conditioning into a building that should have had air conditioning in 1982 when it was built, because for years, the teachers and students at R.D. Wilson suffered through heat and heat and heat and 3 decades of heat. And for those who taught there, they still are suffering from heat exhaustion because it was so hot in those buildings throughout those years. This project is a necessity. That is why I'm making the motion. This project is advantageous, beneficial, and will do the best it can for the taxpayers, the students, and the community by A, not raising taxes, and B, helping the quality of education both foundationally and in a learning environment for our students. So this is something to be excited about, folks. There's going to be new signage here on campus. There's going to be electronic signs that we can monitor, that we can dim, and we can go ahead and, after 8 o'clock or 5 o'clock when it's dark outside and God's country up here where it's freezing cold, we're going to be able to do a lot of good things for this district. And we're going to be able to make Western Wayne really shine and not raise taxes at the same time. So it's the best of both worlds. So as you guys see, over the next few months and into the summer, we're going to get back to school on time. We're not going to pull a Honesdale. We're not going to pull a Honesdale here. But we're going to do some really great things, and you're going to be very impressed upon the plans that these two gentlemen sitting in the crowd, just want to raise your hands, put together with Mr. Adams, and I want to thank them for their due diligence. And I hope that you guys are as happy and excited as I am about this project.
Thank you, Mr. Gaudenzi. Do any other board members have any comments? Hearing none, motion has been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
there any abstaining? Motion carries on a vote of 7 to 1. May I have a motion for item number 13, bond issue, please?
I recommend the Board of Education approve the resolution as presented by the Bond Council to issue general obligation bonds, series of 2016 to finance capital projects of the school district.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll turn it over to council.
My name is Ben Reed, I'm a municipal finance attorney from Rosenstein. I'll first let Audrey Baird from Roy W. Baird say a few words.
Yeah,
on the purchase
that's
agreement
okay.
she's gonna talk about.
I think each of you have this, I placed them at your chair. I'm not going to go through every line with you, but just to give you the overview, this is the bond purchase agreement, which is the agreement with the board and my firm to sell the bonds. This sets the parameters, which is the maximum amounts for the borrowing in anticipation of the principal amounts and interest rates being locked in at a future date. Page 1 just describes the purpose of this, being setting the maximums and the guidelines for the final pricing. Page 2 talks about the public offering of the bonds, the documents that have to be prepared. You'll see a preliminary official statement, which is used to market the bonds. It's given to investors, potential investors, as they make their decision if they want to purchase them or not. The official statement is after the interest rates are locked in, that is distributed to anyone that purchases one of the bonds. So those documents will all be prepared. Your business office, unfortunately, will have a little bit of work to do with those. This describes all those documents, the closing documents that will come from your bond counsel, which your attorney will discuss in length. This describes what has to happen. On page 6, there's a description of the closing. At that time, that's the date that the money changes hands, and we would wire you the funds necessary to finance the performance contract that you're talking about moving ahead with in the near future. The resolution we covered in detail. That document, again, Ben will discuss in detail, covers everything that has to happen from the administration, myself, the bond counsel, the solicitor, has to happen to move forward. The school district's rating, we'll apply for bond insurance quotes, all of those things that have to happen are incorporated into one resolution. So you have one roll call vote tonight, which approves everything that would need to be done in order to finance the project. Is there any questions about this document or anything else that I can help you with, other than the legal sense, which you'll hear about here in a moment?
I just want to thank you for the clarity earlier in answering those questions for us.
Anytime, that's why I'm here. Okay, thanks.
Hey, I'll be relatively brief. Again, Ben Reed, you're primarily served by Attorney John Cox, who wasn't able to be here tonight. So you should have a copy of the resolution in your packet. Notice of the board's intent to adopt the resolution was properly advertised in the Wayne Independent on April 1st, so we took care of that. As Audrey mentioned, by adopting this resolution tonight, you're authorizing all steps needed to close on the financing. A few specifics.